in front of the door. You come to the 111. Then I went and looked at it. It's okay. I will go to the room.
Yes.
She said, but what have I done? She was so worried.
Okay.
The name is still very fresh. Okay. I went up. So Juma asked me whether you are Nkwi or I said yes. But it was a very powerful letter, honestly. I never kept it, but it was really powerful.
Wow.
Yeah, because in the university, I have this dictionary of synonyms.
Yes.
I have that dictionary.
Okay.
And the language was solid. Wow.
So you consulted it.
I was writing to the dean. There was no word there was no noun that I used once. It was 3.
Wow.
Yes. Then the one that had the token signature. Today I cried that letter. I cried. I never kept it anymore.
Oh.
See, you wrote this, I say yes. You wrote this, I say yes. See, but classes have been going on for 1 month, 2 weeks. How do you want to change? So where there's a will, there's a way. History is the way, the truth, and my life. That is where I'm going. He said, okay, pick a small paper, wrote there. Although students are not allowed to change the boundaries, this student exceptionally has a convincing reason to change the sign.
Wow.
He gave me, I took it to the Vice Dean.
Yes, bro.
Vice Dean was Professor Ndongo Teresia.
Okay.
Ndongo Teresia finally perished in a plane crash, Ethiopian Airlines crash.
Oh.
Yeah. A very nice woman.
Oh.
That woman now,
yeah,
also minuted, that is the bureaucracy in the African university system.
Yes, bro.
Minuted and sent me now to Dr. Victor Julius Ngo, who was the potent head of history department.
Then.
Yes. When I went up to see Ngo, Ngo was sitting with Batebison.
Oh, but the green writer.
I'm talking a lot of people who have died.
Oh.
All 3 names, which all of them are gone.
Oh.
They're so racist.
Amen.
So it was with Batebison. I stood with all humility outside, waiting. When he raised his head and saw me, he said, come. I gave the note. He asked my grade in advanced level history. For once, I told him a lie. Because if I told him that I had an E,
he would not have allowed you.
Yes, he would say, no, this student cannot allow the student with an E. But guess what? Sometimes lies are good to be told. They can save you.
White lies.
That's the philosophy. Good.
They're called white lies.
Yeah, good. You know, he was the one who filled my form B because I was supposed to do.
Yes.
So next day, I searched for the class of historiography. And they know who was in class. Joma.
Okay.
So I didn't identify myself. So quietly. The historiography he was talking about, because Njoma is from School of Oriental and African Studies.
Okay.
The School of Oriental and African Studies was opened in the late 1560s by J.D. Fetch and Roland Olivers. Those are the first Africanists.
Yes.
Who were now that African history should be taught in most universities in Africa. And they opened that center. SWAS. It's still there today. SWAS is attached to University of London.
Wow. And it's located there in the University
of
area.
Yeah. No. Njoma
was
a graduate
from that
university. School of Oriental African Studies.
Which is located in
London.
In London. Okay.
Njoma has gotten his first degree in the University of Legon. Magnum cum laude.
Okay.
And there he had this black.
Legon in Nigeria.
No, Legon is in Ghana.
Oh, in Ghana, sorry. Thank you.
I told you that geography.
Legon in Ghana.
Yeah. So you have.
Thank you.
You have this African American anthropologist, Elliot Skinner.
Okay.
Elliot Skinner recommended Joma to School of Oriental and African Studies to go in straight for a PhD. So Njoma did a PhD for 6 years.
Okay.
Yes. And came out with an authoritative thesis. Fulani Hegemony in Yola. Fulani Hegemony in Yola.
Interesting. That was the topic.
Yes, that's the topic of his thesis. And so when we spoke,
yes, Prof.
And he was talking up there, he was talking of the 60s. He was, to be honest with you, John was not a good teacher.
According to you.
Per se.
Yes.
Yeah, but a wonderful researcher.
Okay.
Oh la la, a perfect researcher. He could ride.
Okay.
He could ride. His class could ball.
I see.
No. I'm not.
You are just being very frank.
Yes. No, I'm not like no, but he could. You know, a professor.
Yes.
To come and teach undergraduate is not easy.
Okay.
We're undergraduate first year.
Oh.
The term paper he gave was criticize African historiography. Man,
Yes.
I wrote the paper. Then I gave the paper to one of the senior students because already I knew how to cite sources.
Okay.
First year university, I knew how to cite sources. I knew where my information was coming from.
Wow.
Right. My senior was an ignoramus. In a way, she was an ignoramus.
Okay.
She did not know that you have to cite sources. I said, no, you have to remove these sources. When you are writing a book.
Can you imagine?
Submit that paper, submit it. I think after 2 weeks, 1 month, Juma came back to class. She gave the papers. So,
Yeah.
what I'm not seeing the paper is to talk. Follow me to the office. It's all right. When we went to the office, the first question Juma asked me was whether I was a soban. I didn't even know I was a soban.
Okay.
So I asked, what is a soban? They might say, you don't know St. Joseph College, SAS ex-student. I said, no, I never went to there. I never went to that school. He said, are you a Boban? I said, which one again is Boban?
Boban.
That is a Protestant college in Bali.
Okay.
Bali. Called the Boban.
I see.
He said, did you go to Sacred Heart? I said, no, Sacred Heart, I never went there. He said, which high school
Did you go to?
I said, I went to secondary school in my village. School opened by Joa, Secondary Grammar School. 1.5 kilometers from our compound. High school, I went to Community High School, Bamboo, opened by Francis Young Private School. He pulled his book.
Yeah.
He removed a book that I cited copiously in the paper.
Okay.
I read this book in Nigeria.
I see.
Although I did not get my admission.
Yes.
There was Nigeria has this tradition of public libraries.
They have it.
Yes. And this book is about African and Africanist historians by Benaventure Swai and Temu, written in a Marxist mode, Marxist historiography.
Okay.
These are guys who taught in Ahmadu Bello, and these guys were those who founded the Tanzania school. The Tanzania school is about Marxism.
I see.
It was at the time that he released my paper. Because I told him that I read it. I said, I know this book. I read this book some time ago, long time ago.
Okay.
He removed my paper. 95-98%. They put that inside glasses.
Yeah.
So that you are going to be a good historian.
Wow.
Structure, excellent. Language,
Excellent.
Above all, argument. Those are the comments.
Wow.
95%. That paper
Yes.
raised dust in the department. Dust because most teachers do not believe how somebody can have 95% in historiography. No, historiography. Historiography is like mechanics in physics.
Okay.
You know, mechanics is the most difficult part of physics.
It is.
If you break through mechanics, then you are physics.
So can you elucidate to us what is historiography?
Historiography is the science of writing of history.
Okay, putting the dates and
Yes, not like that. Let me come. Let me come. Boy.
Yes,
Let me come.
Yes, Prof.
You know, history is the mother of language, of all disciplines.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
Yes.
History, there's history of geography, historical geography, the history of physics, the history of chemistry,
That's true.
the history of biology, the history of Latin,
That's
the history of Spanish, the history of history. History of history is historiography.
I see. Okay.
So you deal in historiography with debates and the science of constructing the art itself, the philosophy of history.
Oh, I see.
Who were those who were the pace setters of history? Collingwood, Van Ranke, who will be talking to you about objectivity. You see?
Yes, Prof.
Yeah. So historiography is like a ritual course in history.
Okay.
You can break through. And one of the greatest spices, call it spice, or condiments for geography is language power. If you don't have language power, you cannot break it.
Okay.
You only wasting your time.
Because you need language to write.
Yes. I saw my seniors looking for me to bring my paper to go and photocopy.
So they could see,
In a
they could learn.
Yeah. In a test semester. And I will tell you today, if we were talking in Holland, I still have the paper.
Wow.
I have the paper with me.
I see.
I have the
You
paper.
kept it very well.
Not very well. In a way, I could keep almost every document that I had in the University of Wales. I can still produce you my notes today. Some of the term paper that I did poorly. I will not always say all round excellent.
Yes, Prof.
But then, he saw that the paper was a breakthrough. Because there was a compulsory course.
Okay.
And that was a course that many students have carried along. Many students have failed.
I've failed and carried.
And then I come for first semester and just break through.
95.
Not only breaking through with an Abraham mark. With 95%. If you convert 95% to 30, it's about 20. It's about 20 over 30.
That's summa cum laude.
Yeah, about 20 over 30. And that again cemented my relationship with Joma.
Okay. Very cordial and long.
Was more than cordial. It was more than cordial. Because when we came back for the second semester, Joma came to class looking for me. And my colleagues were, that is where I got the name Prof.
Okay, so you were called Prof already?
Immediately.
For your bachelor's?
Yes, immediately. I was already called Prof.
Then we added Peruse there. Oh, wow. Dear viewers, we're fortunate to have Prof.
So he came in, walked into class, he asked after me. Told me that I should meet him in the office after class. So I went to the office. He asked my results. At the GPA, grade point average of 3.2 on 4. He diagnosed it and told me that in the course semester system, I should not take a lot of courses.
Okay.
Minimize the course load and maximize your GPA. Because your graduation, your category or your degree will not be on the number of courses that you took, it will be on your GPA. Now he took me to the secretary and told the secretary that whenever I come, you should not ask where I have an appointment. You should allow me.
Prof!
Yeah. When I used to be very hot because I had an AC in the office, I go and sit there. And then I go to the library, I take books, I need to read too. That was a job. Yeah.
Wow.
So you see how a teacher can inspire and a teacher can take the student up. I met Joma again when I was looking for a PhD supervisor. And I met Joma in his house at Marino.
Okay.
And I told him what I wanted to do. Joma was like, in a chair like that chair.
Okay.
When I finished, he spoke like a prophet. He told me that before I finished this, he must have died. He's not sure that she will live to see me again.
And he did not.
Joma died when I was in the University of Cape Town. Completing my first full draft
of your doctorate thesis.
Yes, of my doctorate thesis. When it was late in state in West Farm, I looked at Joma like that. Oh my God! I saw the richness of life. I saw Joma like this. I drank a lot of Guinness that night.
So you flew all the way from Cape Town to attend that?
Yeah. No, really, the program actually coincided with my coming.
Okay.
That was the providential hand.
How do you see?
Really the providential hand.
Oh, God.
Yeah. If you know Yena Idimo.
I've heard of Idimo.
Idimo is here. You were in Bishoga. He was in Bishoga.
Yes.
But he was a rare species. He spoke very little. I think the Prof was related to Yena Idimo.
Okay.
In a way, I think so. Yena Idimo. Yeah. You know, Yena Idimo was one of the on the margin.
Yeah.
He was one of the guys that, in Bishoga went down. Yena used to call me by name.
You're so simple.
We used to play a lot. I used to play a lot with him.
You're very simple.
I used to play a lot with him. Yeah, but which was okay. So that was the long and short story how Joma influenced me into history.
Wow.
He came, of course, he taught me PhD because I did PhD in Boya.
Okay.
Yeah, they were doing a course.
Yeah, there's some courses you need to take.
Yeah, that's how they were doing it. Yeah.
So he was one of your lecturer.
Yeah, exactly. But then I had to leave. He was really, really that guy that gave me that
impetus,
that real push. Of course, you had Professor Awasu.
Okay.
Yeah, Professor Awasu, who is now in Ghana, is in Legon now. Nicodemus Awasu, who taught me African history. And in fact, just like people gave me the name
Peruse.
We named him Ibn Battuta.
Why?
Because Ibn Battuta was an Arab traveler.
Okay.
A Marco Polo from Tangier in North Africa.
I see.
Who moved all around West Africa documenting in 1324 in the 14th century African history. His tomb, he traveled a lot. If you go to Tangier, his tomb is in Tangier.
Wow.
Yeah. And so the first time he pronounced his name Ibn Battuta. Oh la la, we'll take it off. And then we had I'm still really in touch with them. We had Professor Stephen Foming.
Okay.
Stephen Foming lives in Boluma now. In fact, he's like a father to me.
Okay.
Yes. We have Professor Anthony Ndi, who is now living in Texas.
Okay.
When I used to go to
I've heard of Professor Anthony.
Yeah.
You got a piece on Archbishop Prof.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And then the Mir Hills in Cameroon.
Okay.
Yeah, the Mir Hills in southern Cameroon. And then he's also from Swas. He's also a product of Swas.
When you talk about Swas, you mean?
It's School of Oriental and African Studies.
Yeah, where Professor Jomao.
Exactly.
Okay, in London.
Yeah.
I see. Swas.
Yeah, so Prof is from he lives at Fletcher Street.
Okay.
When I go to Fletcher Street,
yes.
No, he knows because I drink a lot of Guinness. he just goes.
Why do you like Guinness? Because it's good for you.
No, in fact, Guinness is something I'll come to you.
Okay.
Then after I finish,
we'll get there.
Guinness, but many people don't know why. So, Prof said he's going to buy a crate.
Prof. Njoma?
No, Prof. Anthony. Because I have my other friend Henry Ka. Henry Ka is in Cameroon. So when people finish going to that room and begin to sleep there, go to that room and begin to sleep. So we did not start. We now went beyond calling him Prof. So now we call him Daddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a father.
No, call him Daddy.
Okay.
Call him Daddy. In fact, a few days ago, I posted a book to him. The last book that I wrote, the unsung heroes in Cameroon history.
Okay.
The book of Manu Dibango.
Yeah.
You know, Manu Dibango died in 2020.
That's true. The great magician.
I immediately took it to writing. I edited a volume with him.
Okay.
Manu Dibango.
Wow. We'll come to that. We'll come to your today.
So what did I say? You were asking me about Guinness.
Yes. Let's go back to Guinness.
People wonder why I drink Guinness a lot. I don't drink a lot, but I drink a lot.
Then I just call it stout.
Yeah, they call it stout, of course. Guinness is stout. Yeah. So we were 9 of us in our family. All of us drank Guinness.
Yes.
And I only came to understand because Guinness has something to do with the pituitary gland.
Oh.
When my mother gave birth, my father would go and buy a big Guinness. So my mother would be drinking big Guinness right in the maternity until she comes home and we continue drinking it. So we started even sucking this thing from the breast.
A big bottle.
Yeah. Well, what my mother used to drink.
Yes.
So Guinness has something that does with the pituitary gland. Because the pituitary gland, once it stimulates the breast milk.
Oh.
Go back to our human biology.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. That is it.
I see.
So Guinness is really medicinal.
No, it is. I've heard about that.
Don't take an overdose.
Okay, 1, 2
Yeah,
bottles.
I think my medical doctor actually told me if I take only one.
Yes, that's good for you.
Really infatuated with it. I take the thing like hell, man. You should take this thing like hell.
I love Guinness too.
It's a good drink.
A bottle.
No, it's a good drink.
After eating.
Yeah, it's a good drink.
It digests. It
no,
helps
it's a
in
good drink.
digestion.
It's really a good drink. Yeah, that's how I came to know it. So yeah.
Thank you, Prof. So that's quite interesting. You're a bachelor in history, then you're a master's 1998 at the same university.
Yes. Before that, I did not cap it all.
That's all.
Before graduating in 1998, I was already in the masters.
Before graduating a bachelor.
Before putting on the rope. Before bachelor.
How did that happen?
It happened because there were 2 batches that were combined together.
Okay.
And they were University of Boya was so anxious to start a master's program because they were also having this ambition of human resource. They need their own students.
I see.
University of Boya is a world of Nigerian trade. University of Boya wanted also to have their own products.
I see.
So now it was about getting to start the master's program. I think about 40 of us or how many applied.
Okay.
Only 10 were taken.
Oh.
And the standard was too high.
Wow.
6 over 10 was the elimination mark.
To be admitted.
No, in the program.
In the program.
In any course, if you have below 6 over 10, you are failed the course. Yeah, Professor Ngo was there. That's somebody that.
Yeah, Julius got Professor Julius got almost asked about it.
Yeah, Professor Julius.
Did he teach you too?
Sorry?
Did he teach
you?
you?
Yeah. He taught me Cameroon history.
Okay.
He was also very influential too.
Okay.
You cannot put him aside.
I'm glad to hear.
Yeah, he did. So he was the one. He was the head of the department at the time, and so we came in now. 10 of us came in. How many can I remember? Henry Carr was there. Munje Paul was there. Judith Ngum was there. Thomas Ngumba was there. Ikane Alex was there. Francis Asuba was there. Are was there. So I can picture them. Boy, and we had a restaurant where we used to go and take coffee and drink.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, we were drinking coffee. We were drinking coffee.
Not tea.
And tea, yeah. There was a cafeteria. The master's class had carpet like this. We could be there till 3 a.m. But we still got peace.
Wow.
And right there, I remember this girl, B.C. Thompson. I've been looking for this girl. I'm going to search for her now.
Okay.
Put down the name B.C. Thompson.
B.C.
Thompson. I'm going to search for the name now.
Okay.
B.C. Thompson was from University of Lagos.
She was Nigerian.
Perfect.
Okay.
The mother was the director of Pan-African Institute for Development.
Okay.
BC came to write a paper on the Commonwealth, Cameroon and the Commonwealth. I presented a seminar paper on the undergraduate on Cameroon and the Commonwealth. I had done so again in the masters. BC went to head of the department, Professor Mo, directed BC to me.
Okay.
I literally guide BC towards a BA in Lagos.
Okay.
And BC now invited me to the mother's house at the GRA.
In Lagos?
No, GRA, because the mother was in Cameroon.
Okay.
The mother was director of Pan-African Institute in Boya.
I see.
I went to the mother. So elitist a house and so a peasant to also sitting.
Shakespeare.
I was also a bit very timid.
Why?
I will look for her today. I will look for her on leave.
Okay.
So that is how it went. So when we were to graduate, the undergraduate graduation took place in 96, December 96.
Okay.
When I was already in the masters.
I see.
You understand?
I see.
Okay, now I graduated with a grade point average of 3.4 or 3.2? I can't remember, but it was 3 point something on 4. That's the accumulative GPA.
Yes, Prof.
Yes, that is the GPA that I had accumulated for all the.
Yeah, it's 3.2.
Yes.
Over 4.
Yes, that was the price of damaging my brain. Yeah.
Wow.
That is being consistent for 6 semesters. My GPA never went below 3. It would be 3.0, but it never went below 3. And that is what I got.
And the master's was 3.6.
Yeah. No, the masters, one health effect that I think has affected me with master was that I usually forget a lot.
How do you?
I read like a devil, man.
So you read a lot.
I read like a devil. At that time, I'd come down. I was staying in Monaco.
Okay.
And I had identified a library in Pan-African Institute. A solid library. I used to trek from Monaco to that library. Then I would have 100 francs. Then I would go up. There's one woman who was selling rice.
Yes, bro.
They put rice and put just a goosey soup. I think people you meat. I said I don't get money for meat. I don't get money for me. I just want to eat.
Okay.
When I go to the library, man,
You will
then I will
who's?
come and present the paper. My classmates, they will not understand whether this man is which. Where is this paper? Where are these sources coming from? So,
We save it, Prof.
thank you. That was it. So, and that is how I arrived at that GPA.
I see.
At that GPA gave me now, they ran after me. That GPA took me straight to the faculty. I became faculty with that GPA. Guinness had the Guinness Best Award.
Okay, yes. I saw it.
The faculty Best Award.
Mm-hmm.
The university Best Award.
Best Award.
Yeah, they gave me all those symbolic gifts.
Wow.
Those were symbolic gifts.
Interesting.
I might go back to Boya and they tell them to give me those papers so that's scanned them.
Right? It's good you scan them and keep in your archive.
Yeah. So that was it.
That's
And
it.
so when we finished now, we went in now for full-time teaching. October 1999, I already started teaching in UB.
Wow.
I started teaching in UB.
Interesting.
That was
Can you imagine? Immediately you got a job.
Yeah, I was very young. Very young. Pretty young.
That was
but-
after Bishop Wogan.
Yes.
Okay.
No, in Bishop Rogan, I was teaching people in Bishop Rogan, writing my master's thesis.
Okay, I
Yes,
see.
I was
see.
And that's why I left in 2000. I left in 2000 because I was offered this admission.
Oh, for the master.
Javis asked me to stay, but I said no. I cannot be running after these kids here. This one is higher.
It's higher.
This is research now.
Okay.
My premium the research
Yes.
is more than the salary you give me here. That's the first thing. So I will recommend you a history teacher.
Exactly.
Yes,
And you did.
Yes, I did. Julius Sir came in.
Okay.
I can't go to UB and be coming back here.
No, it doesn't make sense.
You know, I go like a plane. That steams. It goes ahead and steam by behind. No, I won't go that way. I steam and I go. I steam and I go. I steam and I go.
That's interesting, Prof.
Yes, that is what happened. That is what happened.
And your master's thesis was titled History with Specialty in African History.
Yes.
Dissertation, Land and Boundary Conflict in Africa, the case of Bambili and Babangi.
Yeah. Yes, that was the
1955 to 1995.
yes, that's the second book that I wrote.
Okay.
That's
So it was later published.
Yes, later published. Later published.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was later published.
So let's conclude with your doctorate. Because this
the doctorate, if you come
first
back-
third part, the
Yeah,
doctorate there.
if I come back to the doctorate,
Yeah, Prof.
the doctorate, coming into the doctorate took me a very long time. Why was it a long time? It was the way the university where I was structured.
How was it?
Today I still find it a bit weird. And wherever I am, because, and televiewers are looking at me, if you are doing a PhD and teaching, it's very difficult. If the department doesn't know that you are teaching, and that they can give you 1/4 of your load,
Okay.
you understand?
Yeah, Prof.
In Boya, I was doing my PhD, but I would do full load. I do teach 250 hours and you're doing a PhD.
When do you get find time
To research.
exactly to write?
And so there was really wastage of time.
Oh.
You know. Juma came in. Juma actually told me that it's very difficult. And then I was already married.
Oh.
That's another one.
Oh.
The child is crying this way.
It's not easy.
Madam is asking that way.
Exactly. How do you concentrate?
Uncle has died in the village.
It's not easy.
You know, Africans.
Yes.
Yeah. You feed many mouths.
You do.
Okay. Now I got access into no. Yeah, but there was something. Let me forget. It needs to be told and
Yeah,
told
go.
right for it.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to, you know, the Council of Social Science Development Research in Africa, CODESRIA.
Yes, Prof.
CODESRIA is the powerhouse, the dynamo
Okay.
of research in Africa.
I see.
I was a laureate in 2003. I was a laureate.
Okay.
Yes, and I think from 2003, you know, when you enter a plane, the plane has to taxi.
It has to.
You know what?
Taxi.
Yes, the plane has to
I
taxi.
never know why.
It's very organic in life too.
Okay.
You must taxi in life before you shoot out.
Okay.
It's very.
Okay.
You must taxi in life.
So
You know,
why must you taxi?
I'm coming. You must taxi because if you don't take on, you can crash.
Okay.
If you don't take on, you crash, Nabo.
I see. So you have to take taxi.
Yeah, you take time. It's very organic.